Hello and welcome back. My name is Kabira and this is Kabira Speaks. So I have a job. I have a job now. I went 7 months being pretty much unemployed. So I had a serving job, then I got laid off like everybody else did. Then I moved, I switched states, then I got another serving job. Wasn't really paying the bills, not really cutting it, as I'm sure you can imagine, with everything that's currently going on. So I, of course, was looking for jobs in my field, which is social work, but it's been really hard to find one. So I branched out, I applied to different things outside of my field, and I got a job at a cell phone store. So that's what I'm doing now. And I just want to tell you guys about it because it's kind of interesting. It's not something that I thought I would be doing like ever. But here I am. So I'll start with the hiring process. Honestly, I don't think I even filled out like an application. I think they just got my resume and then a recruiter from the company called me and set up a Zoom call. And I really liked the recruiter. Like, he was like charming and nerdy, like my type of people. So that interview went really well. And then I had an interview with the district manager on a Zoom call. And it was interesting because he like was interviewing me while he was driving, like on a Zoom call. So he's like a young guy, like on the go multitasker. That was my first impression of the district manager who would become my boss. So the interview, they didn't ask me like anything about my work experience that I'm most proud about, which would be the jobs I've had that are in social work and human services and things like that. You know, going to school for as long as I did and having the jobs that I've had, like that's something that I'm very, confident in. I'm confident in my work and how I interact with people and how I read people. So I figured that would translate over to this sales position, and I had like so much information I was ready to share in the interview, and they didn't care about it at all, like literally at all. All either person like in the interviews wanted to know was about my serving experience because that's sales. So I would be like, yeah, I'm really good at calming people down when they're upset. And they were like, how do you upsell at your serving job? Tell us more about that. So that was the interview. And then I jumped right in with a training period, a shadowing period, which was interesting. It's a difficult job to learn, like just watching. Maybe that's just my own personal learning style. Like, it's easier for me to learn stuff if I do it, but I couldn't do the things that I needed to do to be learning them. I don't know. It was kind of a rocky start for me at this new position. Now, keep in mind, I am commuting like an hour there and back in my little old car. So, praying that stays together for as long as I can make it last. And I don't know. I don't know what I expected or if I had expectations, but it's just like it's not it. I don't mind the job. Like I'm about 2 months in now, and I feel like I have a pretty good understanding of the things that I'm selling, which is wireless service. So that makes it easier. Like, my sales have really improved this month as compared to last month. It's just like, I don't know how long I could see myself doing something like this. First of all, I don't get paid enough. I really don't. It's $12 an hour base pay plus the commission. And $12 an hour for someone who has no mortgage, no car payment, no child, not even a dog, and I can't like afford to live on that type of salary. I'm sure once I start getting like a good commission check, that would be helpful, but salary is like not that good. The drive is terrible. Let me think about some good things. I'm happy to have a job. I am grateful that I have something to do. Like, I was going absolutely crazy being unemployed. I do enjoy customer service. When I have customers in the store, time goes by pretty quickly, and I like that. Um, yeah, it's just kind of just a job to me, I guess. And it's probably just a job to a lot of people. I think that's why I chose social work, like, for real, because I wanted to have a job where I felt like I was doing something. And I don't feel that way right now. I feel like I'm just sort of kind of getting a paycheck. That's not even really that good. Um, so here's some interesting things that I have come to know. I was very surprised to find out that nowhere in my training was included like on cell phones. The differences between different cell phones, iPhone to iPhone, Android to iPhone, Android to Android, anything like that. I everything I've learned about a cell phone in particular is something that I've taught myself. Like the company, which I won't say which one it is, but it's a really big one. It's like the OG cell phone company. Um, the company teaches us about the wireless service because that's what we're selling. They only sell cell phones for like $1 more than what Apple would sell them for. So that's not getting a profit at all. We're just selling the service, and people do not really understand that. I mean, why would they? Why would they care? It's my commission, not theirs. But like people will come in. Recently, for example, I had someone come in and say like, "What you need to tell me why I should buy the iPhone Pro instead of the iPhone, just the iPhone." Like he was like, why aren't you pitching this to me? Like, talk it up to me. And it's like, I don't care what cell phone you get. I really don't. That doesn't make any difference to me or my paycheck. If you want the more affordable iPhone, go for it. I totally understand that. Why do you need 3 cameras anyway? The third one's just a zoom. I learned that from Google. That's another thing. Like, people come in all the time with questions that are more appropriate for tech support. And I'm not tech support. And nowhere in my training was included on any tech support type things, and I will literally just Google stuff in front of a customer like, why isn't this working? I have no idea. Let me Google the phone you have and the problem. Maybe someone else has had the problem. I sound really jaded, I think, but that's what the job is, like day in and day out, and it's only been 2 months. I'm already feeling this way, but very grateful for the job. I will say that. I really, really am. It's just, yeah, that's how it is. Sales has been interesting. I'm like, and I had to kind of learn this with serving too, because I am someone who is frugal and have never had a lot of money. So I naturally just want to save other people money. Like sometimes I have to kind of catch myself at my serving job because I'll start suggesting like, oh, if you do this, 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 it's a price break for you. But that directly affects my paycheck, so I should just let people do what they want to do. And I have to figure out a way to like upsell in this type of environment too, with all the different packages and bells and whistles, and that's a whole learning curve of its own. And I can tell that I am getting better at doing it. You know, I'm learning the things that I need to really push, because some things are worth more than others. Like a top tier plan is going to get me more commission than a bottom tier plan. And in fact, I actually won't get paid at all for someone who signs up getting a bottom tier plan. Like that is nothing to me. So that's why when you go into like a store like this where someone has to sell you something, they're probably leaving out a ton of information because they're not getting paid if you don't subscribe or buy a certain tier level. I don't know. My survival instincts like kind of kick in. Like I need to get money. I need to get paid. I need to hit these metrics. And my brain is working like, oh, you could do this, this, and that, and then you'll hit this. But like, I don't want to rip people off. I don't want to scam people. I don't want to take advantage. I mean, obviously, like, you have to be ethical within the company, but there's also ways to hit all your metrics. And I know people do it, but I don't want to do that. So, yeah, that's my job at the cell phone store. I don't know how long I'm going to be at this position. I am so anxious about being unemployed. Like, I'm not really all that happy there, But and also I still have my serving job, so I work 7 days a week, and at my serving job I make like $20 a shift. But I can't quit either place because I'm so anxious about the past 7 months where I didn't have a job. Like, I'm gonna hang on to these jobs even though they don't make me that happy and I don't get paid that much. My restaurant job makes me happy. I love the people there, but I don't get paid that much. I'm gonna hang on to those jobs until I have something else because I never ever want to be unemployed for that length of time again because it was truly horrible. And so many other people are unemployed, and I know it's horrible. Really, that's it. Like, I've noticed that people have been saying, like, you know how before all of this, if you ask someone, how are you doing? Good. Knee jerk reaction. Nowadays, when I ask someone, hey, how are you? People will be like, I'm pretty not good. I'm not good, Kabir. I'm not having a good day. Like, I've noticed people being a lot more honest. Maybe it's because we've kind of just hit a rock bottom. But the good thing about rock bottom is there's nowhere to go but up. So, I'm trying to keep that in mind. You do too. So anyway, yeah, that's me. That's what I'm doing right now. If you have any questions or if you're like looking to get into this type of industry, you know where to reach me. Until then, I'll see ya. Or bye.